Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share this video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Now I'm going to do the Ohio State Buckeyes, our little brother, as far as football goes for now. I got respect for Ohio State. I'm just talking trash like most of their fans would be doing if this shoe was on the other foot. So, you guys start off at Indiana. First and foremost, you guys bring back your defensive coordinator, Jim Knowles, who I think is a great addition to the team. I think y'all's offense will still be pretty good. You've always got good running backs. You got Marvin Harrison at wide receiver. You got a bunch of good tight ends, receivers, everything that you want there. You do lose C.J. Stroud, so I do doubt y'all's ability to produce quite as much, if not more, than what you did in prior years with C.J. Stroud. So I do think the passing game won't be as strong as it was. I don't think your third down offense will be just as good as it was. You're more likely to turn the ball over more. It doesn't mean that you won't be a good offense. I think you guys will have a really good offense. I'm just saying it won't be as sharp as it was with C.J. Stroud, obviously, because he was the guy. He's gone. Shout out to him, by the way. I think he does great in the NFL. You're at Indiana. I don't see any problems there. I think Ohio State wins that game pretty decisively. I think they also take out Youngstown State and Western Kentucky pretty easily. You start 3-0, then you go to Notre Dame. If you watched my Notre Dame edition of this video, you already know where I'm leaning on this one. My problem with Ohio State and what's keeping them from winning a national championship, what kept them from winning the national title was last year, was the offensive line and the defensive line. The team itself, they look like they get tired in the fourth quarter. You know, I don't know if that's being soft. I don't know if it's soft. I doubt that. I joke about that, but I don't know if it's conditioning, like lack of conditioning or anything like that. But I've seen teams with less talent like Michigan, not necessarily when they played Ohio State, but when they played other teams, and clearly teams like Penn State had more talent than Michigan. Michigan was able to push them around or play really good, hard-nosed football for 4 quarters. Ohio State seems to struggle against top-tier competition unless the other team makes mistakes and gives them points off of that. Ohio State could not get touchdowns in the fourth quarter against Michigan nor Penn State. That worries me if I'm an Ohio State fan. Notre Dame is not the most talented team, but they are very, very physical. And the last 2 times a top-ranked team went to Notre Dame, they lost. Both times it was Clemson. So with that being said, I think Notre Dame wins the line of scrimmage in this game. I think they get the better of it. I think they run the football very well. I think that their defense dominates the game. Again, like it did last time where Ohio State kind of pulled away. This time you're Notre Dame's house. Notre Dame wins this game. I forgot what the score was. I said it was in the last video, but I did pick Notre Dame to win this game. They'll pull away by at least 10 points or more maybe. Not a blowout. That line of scrimmage matters in football, Ohio State. You got to fix that. Then you go and you play Maryland at home. I think you win that game pretty decisively. It doesn't matter who plays quarterback for Maryland. They don't have the talent yet. They go to Purdue. You win that game. You host Penn State. This is your biggest game of the year. Your biggest home game of the year. I think you guys win this game. I don't think you guys would beat Penn State at Penn State because Penn State's a different animal. And you don't have C.J. Stroud, so that's going to hurt y'all a little bit. But, however, even though I do think Penn State is going to have a great year, they might make the playoff. I do think you guys get them at home by a touchdown or less. I just don't see Penn State putting up enough points in the fourth quarter to beat Ohio State. I think you guys offensively will play a great game in this game, and I think you guys defensively will do just enough to hold off Penn State to get a big victory. A higher scoring game, this one. At Wisconsin, I think Wisconsin will be fired up to play this game. Their first home game, major home game. I don't think they have enough firepower to play with Ohio State. I think Ohio State should win this game. They should pull away a lower scoring game. Wisconsin reminds me of Georgia or Notre Dame as far as the line of scrimmage. Very good defense. I know they're trying to lean towards more of a passing offense with the coaches that they've brought in, but you're not going to see a lot of that in year one. You're just not. I do think Wisconsin will put up a fight, though, with Ohio State. I don't think they're going to get pushed around. They're going to remind everybody in the Big Ten, hey, we're here to stay. We're here to get some respect and to win games. And if we don't win, we're taking a piece of you with me. I do think they give Ohio State a run for their money, but they don't win. Ohio State should win this game by at least 10 points or maybe a little bit more. Not a blowout by any means. Rutgers, no problem. You host Michigan State. I don't expect much from Michigan State this year. I'm not even trying to talk trash because I'm a Michigan fan. I think you guys beat them pretty handedly. I'm not convinced with Mil Tuck. I don't know I don't know why he got that contract extension, but No. Minnesota comes to you guys. That should be a decent game. Minnesota's a good team, but they're not elite as far as talent, so you guys should win that one. And I'm picking you guys to lose at Michigan. I just think Michigan beating you back-to-back, I only think they're going to beat y'all a third time in a row. I don't think it'll be a blowout. Even last year wasn't a blowout. They managed to pull away with a couple of big touchdown runs at the end of the game to make it look worse than what it was. I'll be honest with you on that one. But now that Michigan is getting more talent, I think Coach Harbaugh has finally got a grasp of his program, and he has it in the direction he wants it to go. I don't know if Michigan will win a national championship or even make the playoffs, but they should beat Ohio State at home and make it 3 times in a row. 10 points or less. Maybe I'll say 8 points or less, not 10 points. I don't think you guys can win the line of scrimmage with Michigan. I don't think you guys can put up enough points to beat Michigan over there. You couldn't do it at home last year with C.J. Stroud. It's very hard for me to believe that you guys can do it again. Michigan has won the line of scrimmage the last 2 games. They've been a really good running team. And now that they have Edwards back, they got Corum coming back. They have J.J. who can run and throw now. So I don't see you guys beating Michigan. You can win this game. You've been winning most of them lately out of the last 10 years. But I think Michigan is just a different animal right now. They're continuing to get better. And now that they got most of their team back, their key players, and you've lost some key players, that's going to hurt Ohio State. And this game's at Michigan, so I got to go with the Wolverines in this one. Ohio State should finish 10-2. They should have a good year. You guys could very well beat Notre Dame. It is possible. You should win that game. You're more talented than they are. Ryan Day is a more experienced coach than Coach Freeman. And you could be 12-0 for all I know. I think 10-2 is the worst case scenario for Ohio State.